Hey, welcome to Iron Deck. My name is Jeremy, and I'm going to be doing the second haul video. Stuff I've been buying in Magic the Gathering, and in this episode, something my girlfriend bought, which is pretty impressive. Once again, this is not meant as financial advice or what you should be buying. It's just what I'm going after, and hey, you might find it interesting. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, you know how YouTube works. All right, we're going to start off with Pestilence, except this is a special, not special, but different language Pestilence. This is German, and I've been kind of getting into cards that have an alternate name in another language. So this is Pestilence, as anybody that's played Magic for a while will recognize from this awesome, iconic art. But in German, it apparently translates to Der Schwarze Tod, which is the Black Death. And that's kind of cool. I probably didn't pronounce that right. I don't speak German, but it's kind of cool. It's Pestilence in English, the Black Death in German. So I've been on a kick picking up cards that have that weirdness to them. Next up, speaking of that, is a German version of Armageddon, which is a original alpha card, and it destroys all lands. If you don't know what Armageddon is, well, that's good, because you've been playing much more fun Magic. Anyway, I looked this card up because I wanted a black bordered one with the original art. And again, if you're buying that in alpha or beta, you're spending $1,000, maybe more. I didn't want to do that. So, as I've talked about before, we go right to FBB land, which is the abbreviation for Foreign Black Border. Now, I went on scryfall.com, which is where I use to kind of browse Magic cards. And it didn't have a picture of the German version, but it did have the translation for what it's called. And what it was called is Gotterdammerung, which is a tough name. And it translates roughly into like Ragnarok or Armageddon. And I thought that was on the card. So I went ahead and I went to TCG Player and I ordered the German Armageddon, thinking it would say Gotterdammerung on top, like the opera. And instead it says Armageddon on the top. But it's still pretty cool. It's a black bordered Armageddon. I love the old art. So there you have it. Not Gotterdammerung, but it still destroys all lands. Next up, Haunting Wind. This is a reserve list card. There's a lot of talk in Commander about treasure tokens and how they're just everywhere now. So Haunting Wind is an old card from Antiquities that kind of punishes that. Again, I haven't started playing Commander yet. I intend to. I'm excited to kind of jump into the format. And this card is on the reserve list. And once again, not financial advice, but when it comes to me, if something's on the reserve list and I want it, the time to buy is now. They very rarely drop in price. So, like, especially the very old sets, your Antiquities, Arabian Nights, Legends, stuff like that. If you want it and you don't have it, the time to buy for me is now, because it's not getting cheaper. But here's Haunting Wind. I love the old art. And every time somebody taps an artifact, they take one. So if you've got a bunch of treasure tokens, you've got to tap them, and you could just punish them. I mean, it's old school punish, right? 1 damage is not game breaking anymore. But cool card, reserve list. Now I own it. Or one. Hey, this is Chandra Dressed to Kill. Finally, the version I wanted. Chandra in her Beauty and the Beast ball gown. I got the wrong card from TCG Player last time, and now I have the right one. Here's Chandra. I don't really have a deck for it. It's just a very cool, pretty card. Wanted to own one. I got it in non-foil because I don't want it to immediately Pringle and be destroyed, which is what happens to all of them now. So that's awesome. Anyway, Chandra's in the collection. Next up, my ongoing quest to get a play set of all of the dual lands in black bordered, which means FBB time. And here is my third Desolation, which I've said terribly, but it's the French word for Badlands. It's a Badlands. It gives you red or black. This one is beat to heck, but, you know, these are getting sleeved up and put in decks. This one is Grixis Control. And I'm excited. I'm slowly but surely climbing that hill of buying all the dual lands again, but for more money and worse condition. So that's awesome. Here's something a little different. It's a treasure token. The Streets of New Capenna is coming out shortly, and it's got an Art Deco feel to it. And this treasure token, it's in foil because it's not from Wizards of the Coast, so it won't bend. But it has a cool Art Deco look to it, little vault on it. I'm going to throw up the... This is where I got it. strawbee.bigcartel.com. A bunch of tokens on there, really cool stuff. Obviously, I'm not sponsored or anything. I just saw it, thought it was cool. Here's the information if you want a treasure token. I believe they had 2 other versions of this Art Deco-y looking treasure token as well. So I thought it was cool. Hopefully Strawbee won't mind me sharing their information. Go there and buy their stuff. I thought it was cool. All right, last but not least, we're going to see what my girlfriend bought this week in Magic the Gathering. This is a pretty impressive piece. I'm going to switch feeds here. All right, here's what my girlfriend picked up this week. It's a giant MOX jet from the 2019 North American Vintage Championship. This is, as far as we know, a one of in the world. It is the prize for winning that championship. It is one of these giant Magic cardboard things that you see on the prize wall at a GP or the Magic Fest or whatever it's called now. And she was looking to make an investment in Magic cards. I saw this. I said if I had the money, I would buy that immediately. And so she made the good decision to buy it immediately. And I'm lucky enough to get to enjoy it because it's my girlfriend and we'll hang it on the wall and be able to look at a giant mana rock to give you 1 black. So yeah, that's what I have for you this week. Let me put this back carefully. Only 8 more to complete the Power 9. That's what we have for you this week. My name is Jeremy. This is Iron Deck. Please do all the things you have to do on YouTube to help with the algorithm or however that works. Like, comment, subscribe. You know how YouTube works. All right, we'll see you next time.